I feel like I already know you. I get that all the time. Obviously, YouTube works. And then you get 6 to 7 inquiries a week. Yeah, and obviously, 20% of those are getting to the closing table. Okay. But at the same time, we feel like we could be getting more to the closing table if we were loving on them the way that we want to love on our friends and clients.
How do you go from being an individual real estate agent to forming a team? That is what one of my coaching students is struggling with. He has so much business coming in from YouTube that he can't handle it all. Mark Hubert is a real estate agent in Colorado Springs, and he came to me and asked for advice on how to start forming a team. So in this private consultation, which he graciously allowed me to record so I could share it with you, we talk about how do you know when it's time? What are the first steps? How do you find agents? How do you compensate them? And so much more. So this is going to be a really, really good one. If you are thinking about eventually going from being a solo agent to having a team, you're going to want to watch this one.
The reason that I'm reaching out, Karen, is, we're kind of getting to that point right now. Gosh, we trend pretty okay when you search Colorado Springs on YouTube.
I know, it's so exciting.
We were doing just fine, when you're doing 15 transactions a year on a personal level, right? And then you get 6 to 7 inquiries a week. Just kind of curious.
So awesome.
And obviously, 20% of those are getting to the closing table. Okay. But at the same time, we feel like we could be getting more to the closing table if we were loving on them the way that we want to love on our friends and clients. Really, the question is, what does it look? What did it look like for you? Like, what did you finally say? Sweet Jesus, I can't do this anymore.
So what it looked like for me was, yes, I got to that point where I was spending 4 hours a day in the car. I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I was forgetting stuff. I was dropping the ball and thought, this is not cool. So I went to my manager at my office and said, I think I need to make a team. And she said, why don't you start with a showing assistant? Hire somebody who is newly licensed, who's hungry for the business. You will get these new clients, you sign them. Then this person will take them out and do all of the showings. When they're ready to write an offer, they will come back to you. You will represent them and you just pay them a referral fee at the closing table. And I said, okay, I like that idea, because then that way they're still my client, but I'm having somebody else do all of the running around town part. Then I started thinking, okay, how am I going to find this person? And it was total serendipity. It just fell into my lap that one of my past clients, that was Nicole Moore.
Yeah,
so
I remember
she was my buyer. And I said, so now that you're all settled into the house, do you like it? Are you finding your way around? What do you think? And she said, this was such a great experience. I think I want to get my real estate license. And I said, would you like to join a team? So that's what we did. She got her license, joined my team as a showing assistant. Just figure out like, what is your average sale price, and then come up with a percentage that makes sense to you.
So what did that look like as she transitioned to her own organic stuff coming in?
So when she said, I think I'm ready, I said, great. The next person that comes in, we're going to give them directly to you. And so I use LionDesk for my CRM, and I'm able to set up a team environment where it's like a round robin. So the leads come in, one goes to Nicole, one goes to Dawn, one goes to Nicole, one goes to Dawn. So they don't ever speak with me as their first point of contact. Nicole was their first point of contact. So she gets the lead, she calls them, says, hey, I'm on the Georgia Coast Homes team. I've been assigned to assist you. And they go, oh, yeah, Karen must be really busy, right? She says, oh my gosh, you have no idea. It's amazing. Like, we've built our whole business model on YouTube videos. So I would love to help you. And they go, okay, great. Like, nobody says, well, I'm not going to work with you if I can't talk to Karen.
Let's say that only 20% of those come back. We're still missing out on that 20%. That's a substantial amount of money when you consider that our average sales price out here is $400,000. I've got 5 out there right now. couple from Miami are under contract on their house. They're coming as soon as their house hits the market. I do want them to make Colorado Springs feel like home.
So you could easily decide to form a team. You could get a showing assistant who then becomes a buyer's agent. So let's say that you have a showing assistant and a buyer's agent and a property management specialist. So maybe you find somebody who already has the experience and say, I need a property manager on my team. I will do all of the lead gen for you, but I can't train you because I've never done it myself. And then you figure out whatever your split would be. So once Nicole became a buyer's agent, I did not get a new showing assistant, because then Dawn, who already worked in my office, approached me and said, I want to join your team. So at that point, I stopped working with buyers at all, because now I had the two of them and I only did sellers.
Are you having them do videos on behalf of Georgia Coast Homes or themselves?
Yep. So I figured if we all make videos, A, it takes the load off of me, and B, it lets the clients get to know them as well. So when they follow up on the lead, they're like, oh, I've seen your videos before too. So Mark, do you worry about being on camera and what people are going to think about you and judge you and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's honestly, it's a personal thing. And I know where folks are coming with it. It's just that fear of not being good enough, or that fear, what if somebody doesn't like me? You know what? And I still experience that. What if, oh man, what if this person doesn't like me? I really want them to like me. They're not going to like you. They're not all going to like you. But that's why being your authentic person on camera is such a big deal, because they'll spot you from a country mile away. So be yourself, and luckily enough people like me that it's making a difference in the business for sure. And for them to reach out, it's like, oh, it's really rewarding. I appreciate it. They're getting value from who I really am, and that makes me really happy.
I don't get it. People are just so darn afraid to be on camera, and I'm like, what is the worst that could happen? Is somebody writes a mean comment? Like, get over it. If you just got a $15,000 commission check, does it really bother you that much?
Again, not everybody likes me. Not everybody's going to like Colorado Springs, and we're aware of that, and we're okay with that. But for our team, that's why I like that transition. If people know, oh yeah, that's Mark, oh, that must be somebody who works with Mark. If we give them that content or have them watch me a couple of times, it's like, this is it. But if they're on our team, they'll either be in the video with me, or I'll introduce the video and we'll go over to this person.
And so when they meet you for the first time, what kind of things do they say?
I feel like I already know you. I get that all the time. And it's great because you're talking about people, and we were kind of talking earlier. Yeah, hop in the car, show us around town. They trust you implicitly right out of the gate because you are who you portray you're just being your authentic self. And it makes such a big difference. It really does. Being able for someone to come into town that I've never met, then they trust me implicitly. Yeah, hop in the car with my kids. Let's go for a ride. We'll have lunch, blah, blah, blah. So I want anybody who comes on the team, they have to have that. They have to have that. And like you said, I don't know where the fear comes in, because everybody who has contacted us, I feel like I already know you. You genuinely have to get over that, because they're going to find out who you are anyway. So you might as well be yourself right out of the gate, because that's their impression. So
how many leads did you say you're getting on an average week now?
Just for the sales side, not all the rentals and everything else. We're probably getting 2 to 3 really good leads a week right now. But we're looking at like 12 to 15 pings on a weekly basis from people who, hey, tell me more about Colorado Springs. I've had an agent reach out to me from Oregon. She's like, hey, I'm coming to the area. I'm thinking about relocating, yada, yada, yada. Saw your stuff. And I want to talk to you about the region. It's like, when other agents are reaching out to you because you are the expert, that's pretty awesome. When the whole team idea came up, that has always been my goal, is A, provide value, and B, where else can I provide value? We're giving this information away on YouTube for free. And I mean, there's value in that. Whether you call me or whether you don't, obviously YouTube works. I've had an agent reach out to me from Oregon. She's like, hey, I'm coming to the area. I'm thinking about relocating, yada, 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 saw your stuff. And I want to talk to you about the region. It's like, when other agents are reaching out to you because you are the expert, that's pretty awesome.
Wrap it up, put a big bow on it. That was so good. Thank you.